sorry.
To what?
Prove you're a man now.
Okay, hang on a moment. There you go.
Oh, nice new tits, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I prefer to call them moobs, but you know.
You lucky asshole.
Yeah, I am a lucky asshole, yes.
You're making Uncle T very happy.
Good.
Listen, nobody likes you.
Well, yeah, I didn't know. I understand that.
I love you.
Oh, thank you, Trevor.
Toodaloo.
Okay, bye-bye then.
There's always time for Trevor.
Yeah, there is always time for Trevor. Although, you know, it's a little bit difficult to answer him sometimes because I don't want to anger him too much.
The guy's a psychopathic, crazy guy.
Exactly. So I have to try and be nice.
Indeed.
Yeah. Anyway. What is this one again? Yeah.
Everyone's talking B movies and shit in the chat.
Yes, and they were talking about what's his name, the Toxic Avenger. Terrible, terrible movies that you must watch. And it's
I watched one last week. What was it? One with Liam Neeson. Sam Raimi film.
You're gonna have to narrow it down a little bit, but I mean. The only good film that I can, off the top of my head, think of Liam Neeson being in is
Darkman.
Oh, Darkman! Wow. Oh, that's awesome. In you know.
Yes.
Buenas noches.
Well, good evening to you as well, love.
Buenas noches.
Buenas
Buenas
noches.
noches. I'm studying my Spanish because we're
that's
in
very
Spain
good, yeah.
in just over a week.
Medio kilo de naranjas, por favor.
Good evening. I speak good English.
I learned it from a book.
From a book. Some things, but there's from Faulty Towers. It's just still funny. Still funny. Liam Neeson was in a Miami Vice episode, is that right? Speedy Sam. How interesting. A lot of people were in Miami Vice, so a lot of cameos in it still.
Yeah, there were. Lots
I was a
of.
huge fan of that series. I really liked it. Back when I was but a small person. My teens, liking the tunes and the cool neon lights of Miami. I always did wonder how they managed to have that contrived plot as long as they did, though, the undercover cops. But it was worth it for the cool-ass soundtrack.
Oh, it was very good, yes.
And the odd episode as well with what's-his-face, Castillo, Edward James Olmos. There was a brilliant one where he was sort of wielding a samurai sword and stuff. It was very good. Very, very good. So, there we go. First film I ever remember seeing Liam Neeson in was a film called High Spirits. Have you ever seen it? A Daryl Hannah in it.
Yeah, High Spirits, thank you, yes.
And Steve Guttenberg.
Yes, Steve Guttenberg, the darling of the 80s.
Yes.
Who was actually not a very good actor.
No, we all know that can't remember his name. Shit. The guy that did the sound effects, he was the star of the Police Academy films.
Oh, okay, yes, I forgot his name, but I know who you mean.
And the interchangeable bits of Totty that were in each films, including Sharon Stone at one point, I think.
Yeah.
So.
And a very young, what's her name? What's her name? The one that was in Sex and the City.
Kim Cattrall.
Kim Cattrall, yeah, she was in the first. But to star
Buenos ding dong dilly dia, señor.
Indeed.
Te golpeo en la brida.
Michael Winslow. The food just popped in to fill us in with a bit of detail. It's Michael Winslow. Michael Winslow was the answer to the question.
Te golpeo en la brida.
Yes, sí, señorita. Dos cervezas, por favor. That's all I know.
Is that right?
Yeah, how interesting.
Te golpeo en la parte superior del panecillo.
Okay, that's pretty good. And that is proper Spanish as well, because there's a feel instead of seal. Because Spanish mainland Spanish, they change a lot of the S's to be the sound.
Is that a fact?
It is a fact. Yes. How interesting. Yes, I know. So I'm going to play this request that was made by what? Yes, I'm preempting what you say, Kate.
No.
What now? What's happened? What's going on?
As I fully expected, when you put a phrase into Google Translate and it comes back and you go, all right, that's interesting, and then we get it to play. We get it to play, and we've got Star here, of course, and she's listening, going, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to help you out here. Hang on a second.
Te golpeo en la brida.
Why does she sound like she?
Golpeo en la brida.
Yeah, why does the woman sound like she's in some kind of party at the moment? Because it was already la brida at the end of it. If you speak normal Spanish, you wouldn't go at the end of it.
All right, I see. Okay, it doesn't actually translate correctly. I see. How interesting.
It wouldn't be buenos dias. It's just. ¿Cómo estás? Tickle in la flange.
I shall continue to listen to Spanish for Dummies whilst I sleep.
I'll use a joke that Victor Boria used to do. Do you remember? Anyone remember Victor Boria? Anyone? No, just me. He was a musical comedian, so he used to do silly tunes. But there was a bit of stand-up going on. He said, I wanted to learn a language. I was doing a lot of gigs in Japan, so I wanted to learn Japanese. So a friend of mine told me that the best thing to do is to get a bunch of Japanese phrases, and when you go to sleep, just have a speaker underneath your pillow, and you fall asleep, and you have this running at night time. And after a year, I learnt brilliant Japanese, and I can speak Japanese, but only when I'm asleep. So I'm going to play this request, and then it will be time for our wind down tune, I think. So, Moctor.
Señor Bosbank, tu polla está en el teléfono otra vez.
What?
Señor Bosbank, tu polla está en el teléfono otra vez. Señor Bosbank, tu polla está en el teléfono otra vez.
You're asking a guy where the telephone is, I think. But the emphasis is completely wrong. on all of the words she is saying. Jesus Christ.
Señor Bosbank, tu polla está en el teléfono otra vez.
Otra vez. Anyway, Moxor. Jesus. Hey, Boz and Kate, thanks for doing another show. Please play that. Shut up, Kate. Please play the Kickstart 2 original Sid. I don't remember it to be that long. If it's very short, back it up with a Kickstart 2 tune of your choice. So I'm playing the remix straight away. I'm going to let Kate choke slowly while I play this tune.
That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Boz.
Something. I don't know what he's saying. That is Sonic Wanderer with Kickstart 2 Kick It Mix, and it was requested by Moktor. So thank you, Moktor, for requesting that. Have you come up with any more Spanish stuff?
Not at this time, no.
No? You're not being...
I'm sorry, I reverted to age 13 for a minute there. It was
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, I thought you'd have like